Boom! What's up, Funnel Boss Academy Launchpadders? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do it better. Back for day 19 of this 20-day Launchpad sequence, right? Like growing your following, growing your Facebook group, getting people engaged, and then ultimately presenting them some kind of offer to sell. So we've covered almost everything so far. We only got a couple more days inside of this day. That was a video that I just did. Inside of this video, we're gonna start talking about engagement in your groups, like how to start driving up the engagement and stuff, and then ultimately tomorrow we will go over like a quick process that I'll show you guys, walk you through it, as far as presenting, like creating your offer, presenting an offer, low, cheap, no funnel necessary, just something to present to start getting some money coming in, and getting yourselves moving in the right direction as far as monetizing your Facebook groups. So before we go into that though, I just wanted to drop one more quick tip. Like you can see, like obviously, if you've been following this training, there's been probably 3 or 4 videos at a time where I'm wearing like the same exact thing, and that's because like I just video batch, right? It's like so I batch my materials. Basically, what that means is I will have a whole range of topics to cover, and I sit down in front of my computer, and then I just record the videos for all of those. It's a great way to plan your content, right, and get it done all at one time, because it's a lot easier to schedule, maybe a couple hours of time to devote to videos, and then get them all knocked out, and then continue on with your day and do whatever else you need to do. So when it comes to doing trainings and stuff, what I would typically do, and this is more towards like once you start creating like your courses or whatever, inside your course you're gonna have like probably different modules, and you want to make sure, like, what I would do typically is I would sit down and come up with all the content for one module, and then I'm going to time block it, right? So I'm going to set aside, if I know it's going to take me a couple hours to go over this one module, I will set aside that time for that one module. I'll wear the same clothes for the full module, and then just knock out that whole module all at once through a series of videos. And then once that's all done, I will schedule out in the future the next module kind of thing. That way you can wear the same clothes every day, and even though it drags it out in your training, you can still wear the same clothes, right? So even though you get it done in one day, people aren't gonna really care as long as you're giving them what they need. So that's just a quick tip. So in this video, let's go ahead and dive down into it, because once you have your Facebook group up and once you have it going, you got the description set up, you got the cover, you got the title and all that good stuff. There's a couple other things that I wanted to mention that you need to have going before you start in doing the engagement, right? And this is going to kind of tie in both things that I'm talking about at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off the screen real quick and show you what I'm talking about. So we're back here in the Engineer to Scale, which is the pop-up group that Melissa's doing right now for her next challenge. Hopefully you guys are in it, going through it, because it's going to be a great way to learn more, right? Like the more times you guys go through this, the better it's going to be. So the one thing that I wanted to mention is, this is the bonus training that just happened today for copywriting, so that's very cool. It's in the announcement section, so I clicked on announcements, but you want to have one announcement in your group, and Melissa does a great job of it with this post right here. So you can see Melissa has a welcome post, right? So this is the welcome post, and this is exactly how you want to do it. Make sure there's a bunch of emojis in here, and your honestly, like your description or your about section of your group should be set up similar to this. Having a bunch of emojis and stuff just makes it look so much better. And you can see that it's more long and lengthy. I would probably put some white space in between these, so it doesn't look like one big block of text. But ultimately, what you're trying to do is you want to create a welcome video and have this pinned to the top of your group, right? That way, anybody that comes in, if they don't read the description of your video, your welcome post is basically going to do the same thing. I'm going to hop back on the screen again real quick. So your welcome post is going to be the same thing, right? It's you just sitting in front of the camera, similar to what I'm doing right now. And then what's going to happen is, as people start joining your group, like whether it's in your questions, whatever, a lot of times I would put in my questions, do you agree to watch the intro video and pin in the announcement, something like that, right? That way, they got that notice, they can come and watch it. And then that's a great place where you guys can just welcome new members to the group. It stays up there, it's evergreen, and you can just pin it to the top. So whenever people come into the group, it's going to be the first thing that they see, that they get to watch. And then it is simply you on screen going over the benefits, again, of people being in your group, how you became, like, give some of your backstory, how you became to be the person that you are, and how you are the expert now. Make sure you position yourself as the expert so people know to come to you when it comes to having questions about whatever it is that your expertise is in. But then go over, what the group's about, how it's going to help people. Definitely mention if you have a program or something like that. Like, let them know, because people aren't going to buy from you if they don't know what to buy from you, right? So you can do it. Go ahead and plug that in there. But most importantly, in that video, I would encourage people, right? Like, sit there and encourage people to actually be active in your Facebook group, right? One of the best things that you can do, and this I kind of I'm going off on a little tangent or whatever right now, but inside of your group, guys, let me go grab a different group real quick, because group insights is going to be one of the things that you're going to want to pay attention to. And what I would do if I were you is once a month I would give a shout out to all of my top contributors, which I think would be, let's see, engagement. I probably should have clicked that when it was on the screen, but let's see. You can't even see it. So over here on the admin tools, if you scroll down just below group quality, you can't see it. It's not on my screen right now, but there's a thing called there's insights, and then underneath insights there's growth and engagement. So I think if you go into engagement, go in here, like, definitely take advantage of your group insights, right? So it's going to tell you like how many posts there are, 85 posts, and this is defaulted to the last 28 days. So there's 85 posts, it's down 22%. There's 6,341 active members, right? So out of the 11,000 members that are in this group, there's just over half of them that are actually active, and it's showing you their activity basically. Down below that, this is super important, popular days and popular times. So you want to know what days of the week, like if you're trying to figure out what days to post on and when to post, this is your tool to do that, right? So find out what day most people are active and then figure out what time it is. So right now you can see it's defaulted to the most popular day and the most popular time. And if you know Melissa and this group, Six Figure Sales, you know that on Mondays at 11 a.m. she does her live, right? She does a weekly live, same day, same time, every week. So that should be the most engagement, right? Because that's when she's in there being engaged. That's the number one key to more engagement in your Facebook group, is just engaging yourself, right? But with that being said, you can still see that like Thursday and Friday are both days that are getting pretty good engagement. And then what you can do is you can come over here and click on the different days. So like Thursday, so Thursdays at, it looks like probably like 5 p.m. is probably around the time 4 p.m. right, is the time that it's like super active for whatever reason. I don't know, like if there's something else that's going on at that time. And then same with Fridays at 7 a.m. are really active, right? So this is a great tool for you guys to use when it comes to posting your post, because you want the most people to see them. So that gives you the best days to do it and the best times of that day, just by selecting which day of the week that you want to select, right? And then below that, you're going to see posts, right? So all these posts, like, these are super powerful because these are going to show you what posts are going to have the most engagement. Now, obviously, with Melissa, she's got a lot of these, Monday mornings with Melissa, which shows you the reach, right here. It shows you the reach, and then it shows you the engagement. So these are really important to check out, because you want to see what kind of what posts you're doing that are getting the most engagement. So this one right here, full scholarship to work with me, that's Melissa talking, and my entire team for 6 full months. Who wants it? That had a huge reach, right? Because it had a huge amount of engagement. Now, obviously, like anybody that's been around and knows Melissa's program and knows the price point of the program, they're going to try to take advantage of this, because that is a huge deal, right? So that's why it got a ton of engagement. Behind that, what is your most expensive high-end offer priced at? So that was a good one too, right? And this was posted by somebody else, but it had a lot of reach and it had a lot of engagement. So that was really good to know. So like you can take this post and kind of recreate it in your own way and just do those kind of posts over and over again, right? And then the lives, they should be up there because, again, they're Facebook Lives. A couple more posts down here. But ultimately, all I'm getting at is you want to make sure that you are checking out your group insights to figure out the best times, the best days of the week to do it, and the best times during those days. And then look at those posts and try to create other posts that are similar to it. So the ones that are doing really well, you want to make sure that you're doing those kind of posts often, like whatever it looks like. Don't do the exact same post, just try to mimic it, right? Like make something that looks similar to it, has the same kind of feel to it, has the same kind of question to it. That way it's going to draw those people in to get them more engagement, right? So I'm going to hop back off again real quick so I can go back in and see. I'm trying to figure out where, let's see, I think it's in membership. Let's see. So inside your insights, you're going to also see membership, and here it is. This is what I'm looking for, right? So top contributors, if you want to get more engagement in your group, like this is the easiest way to promote more people to engage, right? So what I would do, like if I was Melissa in this group, and maybe I'll start doing this in this group for Melissa going forward, but going in here and giving shout outs to the top contributors, right? So once a month, because this is defaulted to 28 days, just like everything else, right? Last 28 days, once a month, and this could be whatever, pick like the first Friday, the first Monday, whatever day gets a bunch of engagement, and then just go through and give people shout outs. So Ms. Bud and Sarah and Gabrielle, Georgia, Jackie, Megan, Terry, Kai, Jane, and Suma. You're gonna go in there and just give them a shout out, and you can see like it doesn't take a whole bunch of posts, right? So these are actual posts, right? 11 posts, 56 comments, and she had 81 reactions, right? So it always is posts, comments, and reactions, and this is all you're looking for. So when you're doing these shout outs though, like if people are in your group, you're kind of like the celebrity. I'm gonna hop back on the screen. So you are the authority, you are the expert, you are the admin of your Facebook group. So when you do a post, it doesn't have to be in a live. If you don't want to do a live, just do a regular post saying, hey guys, I wanted to give a shout out to my top contributors. You can do like my top 5 contributors, top 10 is defaulted to the top 10. So if you want to list out everybody, go for it. Another really cool thing that you can do is some kind of prize or giveaway for your top 3 contributors maybe. And that way it starts kind of building up a competition between the people that are in your group to start getting in there and get active. And as you can see, like when I just showed the screen, like the top person had like 11 posts, and that's a lot. Like that's somebody that's in this group active all the time. Typically you're going to see maybe 1 or 2 posts, so it doesn't take a ton to get in the top contributors. I used to go into groups just for fun, just for that reason. Because when I first started doing my Facebook groups, this is one of the exact strategies that I used to help build up the engagement, because people knew that I was rewarding them by giving them a shout out, right? And again, you as the authority, you as the expert, you as the admin of the Facebook group, seeing you give them the credit, giving them the attaboy goes so far, right? It's one of the best ways to get more engagement, and it encourages other people that want to be seen by you, to be shouted out by you, to start posting more often, start commenting more often, start reacting more often, because that's the only way that you get into the top contributors, right? So definitely take advantage of that. I'm trying to think of what else. Let me hop back off the screen real quick and we'll kind of cap that out. So below that, you're going to also see, so this is in the membership tab again, so top contributors is first, and then below that you're going to see age and gender. So in here, in Melissa's group, you can see it's very heavily women. It's 90% women and 10% males, and typically the women are 35 to 44, or 35 to 55 basically, right? This is the core number of or age of people that are in her group. And then below that, you can't see it because my screen is, let me see if I can do this. Yeah, there we go. So here you can see top countries and then top cities, right? So this is just showing you like where the people are in the world. So United States, she's got most of her members are in the United States. She's got a whole bunch of people in Canada, a bunch of people in Australia, United Kingdom, and then Philippines. And then the top cities, she actually has the most people in the world are in Australia. So even though out of all the members that are in a group, the majority of them, or the biggest city, I guess, is Sydney, Australia, right? And then also Melbourne, Australia. So that's crazy. UK, New York, that's the first U.S. city, and it's at number 4 on the charts. So this is going to be beneficial for you when it goes to targeting. So if you're drawing in your ideal people in your group, right, it's going to show you their age for you. So when you go to do ads and stuff in the future, it's going to show you, the age range that you want to target, right? It's going to show you the countries that you want to target. It's going to show you the cities that you want to target, because those are the people that are already joining your group that you want to do more of, right? So that's over here on the insight. So when you're inside your group, you're going to have your group up here. Home takes you back to home. And then these are all the admin tools first. And then you're going to have like all the insights, right? So definitely take advantage of going through these, so growth. Again, that was the first one that I showed you, total number of members, and then active members. And this is kind of funny because, we haven't been promoting this group very well. So you can see like it really started dropping off here. But at the same time that it was dropping off, it was actually getting more active, right? So that is kind of a unique situation. But anyway, this is just going to show you like how many people are in your group compared to how many people are actually active in your group. And then you have the members that are coming in. So again, the 28 days, you can't see it on the screen. Let me see if I can do this again. Yeah, so on the screen, 125 members were requested in the last 28 days, 102 were approved, 15 were declined, and 1 person was blocked. And then you have engagement, which we already went over this real quick. I'll just kind of try to recap these as fast as possible. Engagement is the same thing, right? So the cool thing with up here, though, is you can click on all, and this is going to show you all your posts, comments, and reactions. And they should move basically, accordingly. So they should go, your comments and your reactions should basically go hand in hand, right? Because usually people comment and react to a post. They don't just do one or the other. And the actual post on the bottom just kind of, is right there. And then again, active members again. And this is the days and times like we talked about before. So that's it, guys, for day 19. Tomorrow will be our last day. I'm going to be walking you through the process of creating an offer basically out of thin air and presenting that to your group so that you can make some sales, make your first sales. It doesn't take a funnel or anything like that. It's simply a simple process that I'm going to be walking you through to get the engagement, get the people interested, get them to purchase this product before it's even created even. So it's going to be a great way. Make sure you guys stick around. It's been a pleasure so far throughout this challenge. We will see you tomorrow in day 20 as we wrap up the launch sequence strategy. All right, see ya.